convenientemente ela ficou estralada nos ataques, coisa que nós botamos na conveniência, se possível. Eu não escalava muito fanservice, aí ela estralava, né? Claro, eu sou ignorante, então a gente tem você, né?
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. But it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
Wait, do you really have to go that far?
No way. Chaska never opened. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Someone's had enough of them.
Quero que pegue essa vassoura. Mas não entende a fronteira da nossa vida. Estou falando com a mula, não com o teu sarrafo.
Deus acha, deixa pra você não se meter. Eu disse.
Vai pegue essa vassoura.
Escute aqui direito. Se a senhora pensa que eu vou pegar uma coisa, tá vendo?
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great... You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back. I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wall when he insisted on repaying the favor. What was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me. But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what up?
Our team captain drank too much.
Serves you.
All right. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Arconde for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Comprei a nova caneta
Hey,
touch
please
da
don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few... I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is...
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain...
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge... We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most...
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
here and there. Hey, why don't we try to get a pic? Well, they're so cute. They probably won't do that. Right? Huh? What's happening over there?
Help! Somebody help us!
Ah! Wild Koholosaurs are actually biting people! Yeah, those two are in trouble! The legendary trap... Shower me with praise! Get back! Don't panic! Just hang in there!
Finally! Someone's coming! Please help us!
Coming at ya! Watch out! Feeling lucky? Hiya! Judging from your clothes, you must be scholars from Sumeru, right?
Yes, I'm Karya, and this is my senior Varamdra. Thank you so much for saving us. That was a little too close.
Don't mention it! Handling these sort of things is practically second nature to us by now. Paimon?
Still, it seems that all the Kaholasaurs just ran off. We need to capture at least one alive.
Capture one alive?
Correct. Say, I can see you are very...
Well...
Apologies. Varamdra has been hyper-focused on his research. So please, don't be too hard on him.
Oh, no worries. But what? Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
I'm sure we must look very silly. The fact of the matter is that we're searching for a mysterious island from a certain legend. It's said that approaching them without the help of a guide from the people of the springs...
A mysterious island?
Yes.
Some proposal? There's no way we'd be willing to use a person as live bait!
Then I suppose discussing it any further will just be a waste of time. I must...
Varamdra!
Oh, all right. You did rescue Karya and I just now, and I suppose I should express some gratitude. Thank you very much.
A little awkward, but Paimon will take it.
We should move on, Karya.
Yes. Thank you again. My apologies.
That's all right. Bye now. You really don't see a pair of adventurers like those two every day. But anyway, Paimon's really curious about that mysterious island that lady just mentioned. Yeah, who knows? There might be treasure! After all, the amazing places we've explored during our adventures, finding some mysterious island should be a walk in the park for us. Oh, you're right. The lady mentioned that the mysterious island is related to a legend of the people of the springs. So maybe we can start by asking some of them about it. Time's ticking. Let's get started on our next adventure. But the real question is, who should we ask? That's an idea. If anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
Oh, what? So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything?
We want to visit the mysterious island.
The mysterious island, huh?
Is there something wrong?
I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people.
Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about...
Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Netland. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships. The island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried. But instead of claiming the treasures for himself, he left behind a trail of clues that lead to the island. Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory.
Oh, that makes sense. So could you tell us how to get to that island? Oh, Paimon gets it. This is like a big secret for the people of the spring, so you can't just tell anyone, right?
On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and the clues needed to find the island are all already known to the public.
Oh! Well, then what's the problem?
Well, I'm willing to answer your question in exchange for a favor. What do you think?
Sure thing!
Then you have my thanks. Allow me to tell you some details. I'll be honest, there are some among the tribe who are of rather base character. Not long ago, I received a report that a few of them were working together to scam visitors. As the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed to hear of this.
It's really hard to believe that could happen.
They are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island. According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of reaching the island. They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them. So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which is why I haven't been able to carry out the plan yet.
Oh, Paimon understands now! We're the perfect bait because we're both tourists.
Exactly! And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes they may come up with, you'll be perfectly capable of protecting yourselves, right?
You betcha! If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, she'll take them all in.
Wonderful! Then here, please take this.
Acordasse até da manhã, mas já é 1 da manhã. Meu compromisso vai ser às 8 da manhã. Se agora são 1 da manhã, tem exatamente 7 horas para conseguir dormir. Normalmente eu preciso de 8 ou 9 horas para ficar com você.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora. Did we already earn a...
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets, so please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible.
No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here.
I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the...
É, não é muito, mas é sincero. Vai. acordar cedo amanhã.
This should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer. Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. But how should we lure those scammers out? Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried in the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar looking to visit the mysterious island?
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already.
Não. Bem. O que aconteceu? Não é que pediram que ele me trouxesse um remédio para dor de cabeça e o que ele me trouxe são pílulas para prisão de ventre. Bom, é que o Kiko é tão pequeno que não entende o que o senhor tem na cabeça.
Pardon, is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello,
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey. As the legend says, if you can manage to reach the mysterious island, riches and glory will be yours for the taking. Be that as it may. But you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens that... Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfect. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy...
He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
So how much will you charge us?
Not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
So you'd be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island is a great honor in and of itself, worth more than any amount of more.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him. All right, thank you. Then please, guide us onward.
Of course. Please, follow me.
Are you two here to take pictures with the Koholosaurs?
Really? Can we?
Huh? Oh, you two must be here to seek insight from Atta, right?
Atta? Insight?
Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is the elder Koholosaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Atta is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Koholosaurs. They say that Atta has actually visited the mysterious island before. Therefore, we must rely on Atta's insight to know how to get there.
Really? But how do we do that? Can a Koholosaurus elder talk?
You need only slowly approach Atta. Once Atta has confirmed your scent, they will provide their wise insight. In the language of the Koholosaurs, of course. But no need to worry. The ability to interpret this language is one of the basic skills required of a guide from the people of the Springs. I can understand Atta's instructions and will lead you on the journey ahead.
Alright, then let's give it a try.
That'll be 10,000 more up per person. In order for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing.
I'm sorry.
There you have it. I knew there was no such thing as a free lunch.
Você tem uma air fryer, mas tem sentido dificuldade em variar
Paimon
os
has an
pesos.
idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Koholosaur. With that kind of evidence, there'll be no doubt they're guilty.
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of...
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man.